All right. All right, so we're here again. I'm going to do this for both videos. We're here live doing a Q&A session on Periscope and for our YouTube. This is Papa Bear with Hammer, and Rhino is behind the camera today reading questions if we get any from Periscope viewers. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the first questions. These are all coming from our Instagram. So let's see what we have. The first one we have is from Universal Airsoft, who's a big supporter of us. And his question was, what was one of your first guns that you really enjoyed using? So I'll do it first, and then, believe it or not, one of the first guns that we got that I really enjoyed using was the Crosman Stinger PDW. It was clear, it was a spring gun, and it was awesome. It was very accurate, and it just got us out there. Both the boys had one, and I had one that was the Marines edition, so it was tan. And we would go out in our backyard and we would just go shooting each other, and it was a lot of fun. That was really the first one that I really had fun and said, okay, I want to do this. What about you?
We had a fully metal M4 when we just had our springers. We had a lot of stuff on that. Now I really enjoyed that gun. It was full metal.
Yeah, the beast.
Was that?
I liked the Stinger, the Crosman Stinger, like you were saying. That was my one that I used a lot, and I loved it. It was super accurate, super fun to use.
Yeah, believe it or not, that gun is really accurate. For a spring gun, if you're a young player, Hammer started playing when he was just about 8 years old. So when you're that young, as a parent, I didn't really want him having an expensive gun if he wasn't going to like it. So we started with that gun. And it really was the first gun that we got. So, all right. So let's see. We got Streets. He asked. Let's see. Where is it? Hey guys, big fan of the page. Thank you very much. I really want to get into Airsoft, and I want to buy a primary that isn't an M4 or an AK. What should I get? Streets. That's kind of going to be depending on several things. Number one, your budget. Number two, are you going to play CQB or field? And number three, are you going to go for fast play or an all-day event? We have, in our armory, we have several MP5s, and we use those for CQB. We have actually used them out on the field. That's what Hammer used for a long time because it's a smaller gun. So depending on how big you are, the MP5, you need to be paying attention over there. The MP5 is really a good gun. You've also got your Masadas, which are expensive but great guns. You've got your MP9s.
UMPs.
The UMPs. Now, depending on how big you are, Streets, I run a G36 out on the field, and I love that gun. It's a little bit heavy, even though it's polymer, just like the real gun, but it is an awesome, awesome gun. And if you want something that's semi-M4, the XER from Echo 1 is an amazing gun. So, I mean, what would you say?
I don't really have anything.
I definitely agree with you.
I mean, those are really, and again, if you want something a little smaller, maybe a PDW. And also, Echo 1 has the new GAT, so the General Assault Tool. Check that out. So, is that from there? Making that noise? I can't tell.
I don't know what that was from.
Oh, pay attention. All right, so Johndon Baldwin. I don't know. Johndon Baldwin. What's your favorite rifle and favorite sidearm? Why don't you go first?
My favorite rifle would probably be my M4.
The Raider?
The Raider, yes.
G&G Raider.
G&G Raider. I love that gun. It's extremely light. One of my favorite guns. My sidearm, though, I'd have to go with the HK USP. Extremely reliable, and that's what I use.
Yeah, I use that too. My favorite rifle right now is my XER for field. Also, for indoors, I'd say the MP5. Even though people have seen me with my Elite Force M4 CQB version, that I have everything on it. It's got flashlights, PEC box, sights. It's got everything on it. That gun's really nice, but the MP5 is lighter, so for CQB, that one would be it. And my favorite sidearm right now, like Rhino or Hammer, I do run the USP. It's a CO2 pistol, and it's non-blowback. It's very efficient. Got several different mags for it. I love that gun, and it's available everywhere. So we've done that one as well.
I don't know about mine. I like my AK, my SEMA AK for field. Definitely, I like it a lot. I used to run an M4 for field. I used to have the Elite Force CQB. It was good. Like it's in the name, it's a CQB gun, so I really just used it in CQB. But that's definitely what I use now. And then for CQB, would definitely have to be my KWA M4 that I recently got. That thing's a beast. I love it.
We traded an Elite Force M4 for this KWA Mod 1. So, is that a question?
I can't tell. I can't even get to the question.
All right, so I don't even know how to say this. IX. Bucko fan. Bucko fan. 365.
XI.
What is better, high cap or low cap? And also, what are your thoughts on younger kids playing? I'm going to answer this one. I prefer mid caps just because I get tired of winding. Hammer prefers high caps because he doesn't like to switch in the middle of a game because of his mask, and it's a little bit cumbersome. Rhino runs both. On his KWA, he runs the mid caps that came with it. On his AK, he's got two high caps.
3 high caps.
3 high caps. So it just depends. It really gonna depend on how you play. I play on semi-auto most of the time, and I go maybe through 3 mid caps depending on how long the game is. So it just really depends. It's gonna depend on your game style too. If you're new, you're gonna use a high cap, and you're probably gonna go through it very quickly. And as far as my thoughts on younger kids playing, my goal and our goal for Beginners Airsoft is to share Airsoft with the masses. And I've had beginners classes with 5-year-olds, teaching them basic gun safety and how to hold an airsoft gun, how to shoot, and they've shot the MP5. I don't have a problem with them being out there. We've seen young kids as young as 6 at the CQB field, and they're always protected. I
think a little younger than 6 before.
I don't think they're ruining the sport at all. You got to remember, that's the future generation. He started at 8, and his brother was 10, and I really wanted them to grow into this. And I knew he was young, and some of the people thought this little kid's going to be afraid to get shot, and that wasn't the case. He was all over the field. Are you yawning? Am I boring you? No, just checking. All right, so. All right, so Airsoft Cashier G36 is an excellent starter gun, and it was my first good gun. Yep, it's a good gun. Encrypted kill. Do you need a tracer unit for a night game? You don't need it, but it definitely helps. But you also need the glow-in-the-dark BBs, so that's something to keep in mind. One thing you need for a night game is a flashlight. That's really what you need.
Definitely.
And know where you're at. So
yeah.
Those 2 things you need more important than
maybe
the tracer.
a compass.
A compass would be good
just
too.
From experience of getting lost. Because I'm part of this community too.
Call sign Tango. They didn't answer a single question. Told you to meet us up here on Periscope. Is he here?
No.
Well, pay attention to the screen. I am the Brass. Opinions on Flecktarn, and what is your favorite style of uniform and camo? My opinion on Flecktarn is that it's awesome. I don't use it, but it is a really cool camo. My favorite camo personally is M81 Woodland and the Tiger Stripe. However, I do run multicam as well, and when we play indoors, I run either the black contractor look or the gray contractor look, so it just depends. What's your favorite camo?
Multicam.
Yeah. Multicam, yeah. And I can already tell you this, Rhino's is M81 Woodland all the way.
Yeah.
It's his favorite. That's the one he runs. Even if you tell him you're going in multicam, it shows up that way anyway.
Yeah, I love M81. An indoor contractor as well.
MJ Terra says, good gun under $100. Okay, so here's the thing. Under $100, the Elantra Tactical.
Oh, we got a question.
Okay, what is it?
What is our least favorite camouflage?
Least favorite camouflage?
Jeez, that's hard. There's so many.
If you're talking just American base, not overseas, American base, my least favorite is regular woods hunting camouflage.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not a fan. We don't hunt because we've got grocery stores all around us, so I don't ever wear hunting camo. but I would have. I don't really care for the digital blue navy that they use. I'm out at the base a lot, and see the Air Force guys, and I see the Navy guys, and I don't really care for that one. So that's the one. Am I boring you, man?
You're good.
You're yawning. Like I don't understand. All right. So back to the question. Good gun under $100. Check out a Lancer Tactical AK or the Lancer Tactical M4. Really going to be your two. Maybe a JG. Like you could probably get a JG AK for under $100, and those things are going to last you forever. But if you save a little bit extra money, you can start up into a G&G Raider or a combat machine gun or even an Elite Force gun. What you doing down there? And just go with that. So, the Patriot 100. Favorite brand and what got you interested into Airsoft? I don't have a favorite brand yet. We use Echo 1, SEMA, Elite Force, JG.
We pretty much use every brand.
I mean, we use everything, so I don't really have a favorite brand. And what got me interested in Airsoft? These two guys. I was just a dad. I said I would do it with them, and then I didn't realize I was going to have so much fun with them, and they really enjoy having me out there, I think.
Yeah, totally.
For the most part.
Airsoft's awesome. You got us into it. So.
There's a lot of kids that in the past have written to me saying, how do I get my dad involved? How do I get my uncle involved? Just take them out onto the field and have them go with you. So, all right. Call sign Moon Man. Your opinion on speed softers at Combat City? I don't really. No. Seems to be a division between Speedsoft and Milsim. We're not Milsim players. We're more scenario and woods players. We do go to the CQB house. I personally prefer going with a group of guys and having a plan of what we're going to do than just go as fast as you can with a Polar Star and just mow down everybody. That's just me.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I mean,
Definitely.
I don't mind them, and I know that it's indoors. You're going to have more people playing Speedsoft right now, so call sign Moon Man. There's a time and place for everything. That's just me. So, we're going to answer. All right, let's see. C. Anderson Koval, what got you into Airsoft? The boys played Nerf for a long time, and then they were so tired that they wanted to move up to Airsoft, and so for Christmas they got some Airsoft guns. I got an Airsoft gun. We went outside, worked on it, and it moved on from there. So let's see. Spotterman 57. What is your opinion on the bang out rule? I think it's kind of stupid. All right. So my opinion on the bang out rule. I think that there's a time and place for it. If you're going to play in an 18 and over game or in a Milsim event, you don't really need a bang out rule. Younger guys, Rhinos 13, Hammers 11. Younger guys, you really don't want to turn the corner and have some guy open up on you from 5 feet away because it's going to hurt. I remember when we first started playing and we had a Thompson, I came around the corner and a young
Good times.
Hammer, I said bang bang because we were close, and he said okay and unloaded on me with Thompson, and it didn't feel good. So it's just a matter. I know some people don't agree with it, but I think it's for safety purposes. What I think is silly is if you're going to go and let everybody on the field have HPAs and not regulated and not have a bang out rule, then yeah, that's going to be a problem. So definitely something that.
Oop, got a question. I-14.
All right, what's your question?
Bang-out rule, I think people take advantage of.
You think people take advantage of the bang out rule?
Well, I have to say something to you about that. There's like Papa Bear said, there's time and place, and it really is for safety. I mean, how would you like it if you came around a corner and some guy just totally unexpectedly shot you in the face on accident? Like, he wouldn't mean to have done that. He would have just, like, instinctively thought, oh my gosh, there's a guy here, I gotta pull the trigger and shoot him, because your instant reaction isn't to say bang bang, it's to shoot him. And, I mean, my personal experience with not getting shot, with getting shot in 5 feet, because it's happened before and it's not their fault, is that it doesn't feel good, and it's definitely not an experience that I would like to happen again. But there is a time and a place for it, and I totally understand what you're saying.
It's a matter of safety, really, and what?
20%.
That's okay. So it's just a matter of safety, really.
I think you're saying what is like. Do you think it's people use it to their advantage?
To their advantage. Yeah, maybe some people do use it. Like if you've got a clear rule where if there's 5 people and you turn the corner, you shouldn't bang them all. I've seen it happen, and it's funny, especially when you have new players or first-time players. They're happy. They're like, okay, bang, bang, you got me. They're fine. But what you really need to look at is, if there's 3 people, you can bang out 2 of them, and you're automatically out because that third person would have gotten you. So some people take advantage of it, but the same thing, it's just like calling your hits. It's a matter of the honor in the game. So
He agrees with you.
yeah, it's you got to just make sure you're following the rules. So, any other questions or anything like that? We've got time because I didn't want to make this video too long for YouTube purposes, but I can edit it out.
16
So
minutes.
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, were there any more questions or no?
I don't think there's any more questions. I'll check one more time just to see if there's any more questions and if I can remember.
I didn't have any questions on mine. Oh,
Go ahead.
I like the game with most older people. It's annoying.
What?
Have you ever had an airsoft injury or seen other people have an airsoft injury?
okay. I can say this because when we went to, it was North versus South at Combat City Outdoor, we had come back from a game and we just hear people talking and we hear this guy got shot up really bad from, I think it was like 2 feet away or something, and he broke his mesh mask, and he had this bloody mark on his face. It was really bad, and that's another thing. Like the bang out rule is definitely important because if that guy, I bet that guy didn't mean to do it, and that's just the thing is that when you have a high-powered weapon and you shoot somebody from very close, even if you don't have a high-powered weapon and you shoot somebody from close, it's still gonna really hurt. And that guy breaking his mesh mask was a bit of a big deal because I've had my mesh mask shut up all the time and it still hasn't broke. So it's kind of scary to think that it broke, but
I'm pretty sure that if I took this spring Thompson, and you can hear this, okay? Doesn't really sound really strong. I don't know what the FPS is on this. I don't remember. But I bet if you got shot in the face with this, it may not hurt as bad as getting shot with a CO2 gun or an AEG or obviously Polar Star at a close range, but it's still going to hurt. So you got to keep that in mind when you're playing. Any other questions? I know that Cracker Jack had a question, but I'm waiting to see. We're not going to shoot that right now. We'll shoot that after.
Shoot this. This is gun.
We're going to shoot the video of it.
One of the guys left, so I don't know. If
Okay.
Dunk.
So one more quick thing. There's the Echo One knife. It's on our Instagram, and it's for sale. You'll have the link in there. It's a really nice looking one, so take a look at it and see what you think. Let me see if there's any other questions. Real quick. No questions. Again, we just want to thank you guys for your support. I really did start the Beginner's Airsoft player because of these kids. I posted a couple pictures on my personal Instagram and used the hashtags Airsoft, and some try-hard milsim guys said that I couldn't, and I said, what are you talking about? So there was nothing for beginners, and so I started it, and it's taken off, and I appreciate that. We appreciate that. It's been a lot of work, but we really do enjoy it. So,
Dunk had a quick question.
all right, what's your question?
He had, have you ever seen any major cheating?
Oh yeah. There is always cheaters on the field. I mean, doesn't matter if it's football, lacrosse, soccer. There's cheating. What makes it bad is when the refs or the admins see the cheating and they don't do anything about it. But yeah, there's been guys that don't understand exactly that getting hit means you have to walk off the field, and you'll see people lose their minds out there. They'll be like, "Call your hits!" And I'm guilty of it. I've done it before. I try not to do it anymore. I always tell them not to do it. But you'll see people that you're watching the BBs spray them, and they're like, "Yep, that didn't hurt." So yeah, I've seen a lot of cheating out there. It's just really bad when the admins assist in the cheating. So, all right, so we're going to go off Periscope, and then we're going to shoot a quick video for this upcoming event. I'll post it again on Instagram and on our Facebook page and on Twitter so that you guys can get the information. It's called Operation Archangel. If you're in Florida, Central Florida, Northern Florida, or West Florida, and you want to go out, it's not a full Milsim event. It's a scenario-based objective game, and there'll be some giveaways. So once again, this is Papa Bear.
Hammer.
He almost forgot. And Rhino behind the camera. Thank you guys, and this has been fun. We'll do it again soon.